Hey guys, welcome to Top 5 Niches of the Week, episode 172. And this is a special episode because in 172 episodes, I believe today we have the lowest BSR shirt that we have ever seen. Yes, it has dethroned Let's Go Brandon, which had the lowest BSR we had ever seen, but it is, probably unsurprisingly, in a similar niche. And I will reveal that to you in just a second. So why don't we get started? Let's kick things off with an Amazon merch sales update. In the last 7 days, I made 385 sales. In the US market, I made $1,148 profit, and I spend about like $3 to $4 a day on ads, so you can subtract maybe 20 bucks there, and another maybe 90 sales from international markets and a little over $200 profit there. If you want to follow me on Instagram, link in the description. I post daily sales updates to my story for inspiration. All right, let's look at the top 10 t-shirts, and it is going to paint a picture of where I think you should be focusing your time and attention if you want to increase your t-shirt sales in the near term. All right, the date is August 27th, 2023. This is your top 10 behind me. Take a look. It sends a pretty strong signal what t-shirts people are going and out of their way and seeking out to purchase. All right, take a hint. And I'm also just going to preface this episode with, I am talking about t-shirts that are selling right now, all right? Please, this has nothing to do with politics. I'm only acknowledging something that is true, right? When we did a episode back in like June, people got all up in arms due to them and how they felt about the topic. Let's just chill out and sell some t-shirts, all right? Thank you. All right. By the way, if you're wondering how to take the Trump mugshot, because obviously the Trump shirts are selling extremely well, especially the number one right there with a 390 BSR. Not 3,900 or 39,000, 390. Like, they are making an unfathomable amount of sales. The Trump mugshot, though, that came out this past week, which also a lot of these, it looks like, aren't even maybe using the real Trump mugshot, but somehow these older shirts are still doing really well. I don't know. All right, I'm not the expert in this category. But I was going to say, guys, cartoonize. You can take low-res photos, because I did actually look at the Trump mugshot, and I couldn't find a high-res version. This is just how I personally do it. I'm sure somebody's got a better way. Let me know in the comments. I love hearing from you guys and learning from you. But this Cartoonize app, which I will link to in the description, you can just drag and drop a photo, use the filters, like it's called effects in the sidebar, and they have a whole bunch of effects you can play with. All right? I've used that in the past. I used it on the Trump mugshot, but because it'll take a low resolution photo and make it like presentable and look good and add all this artistic styling. I've used it in the past for this photo of Pablo that I absolutely love, that I've put on a bunch of t-shirts for myself to wear. This was a very low res photo of our micro chihuahua Pablo, but it still came out beautifully after applying some of the different effects. And you can use that on the Trump mugshot as well if you want to make your own version, which I do suggest you consider based on how well it is currently selling. We're going to look at some Trump sub-niches because of how well it's selling right now, but I also just wanted to branch away from that for niche number one and talk about an up-and-coming, very high-level trend, all right? Very high-level trend, and that is 'tis the season, all right? And not in the context of Christmas, but in this case, the context of fall, right? You got your football, you've got your leaves turning colors, pumpkins, and your pumpkin spice lattes, because of course you do, right? I was at my buddy's house, his housewarming yesterday, and I saw one of my other friends, and he was like, yeah, I was going to bring some pumpkin beers. And I was like, I just cut him off. I was like, bro, it is still August. Can we wait on the pumpkin beers till at least September or October, perhaps? Like, they're already rolling out, and someone told me that they're already rolling out like the Christmas beers. Like, what is this? Is it like 24/7 Christmas, fall, everything? Anyways, 'tis the season shirts. Look at the BSRs. Number one has a 41,000 BSR. Then you have a 200,000, 214,000, 214,000, 275,000. So these are only going to see an increase, a predictable increase in demand between now and, I don't know, whenever you think fall peaks. I guess we could go to Google Trends and probably find when demand for fall shirts actually peaks. Also, just while we're here, guys, talking about this, don't just upload to shirts. Upload to the crew neck sweatshirts, the hoodies, right? When we think of fall, we think the weather gets a little bit colder. Honestly, if you're like me, you like to exercise outside, it gets a little bit more bearable than being outside in like 80, 90 degree weather, especially when it's humid in Virginia. But yeah, so don't forget that, especially if you're selling these on Etsy as well. Definitely upload to long sleeve shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies. If you don't use MyDesigns, you should try out MyDesigns, guys. They make it very easy to have a single listing that can make your designs available on all of those products in one listing, all right? So you save on listing fees. By the way, shout out to Placeit. Like I just mentioned, upload these to Etsy as well. But on Etsy, you get to control your mockups. So you need to make sure you have really good mockups. And as you can see here, I used Placeit to create a nice fall themed. By the way, they have a whole section of fall themed mockups. I picked a fall theme mockup, uploaded our 'Tis the Season design. I can play with the hoodie color. They have every type of product under the sun. So check out Placeit. I'll link to them in the description as well. All right, niche number 2 this week. And now we're getting into the Trump stuff because this is where the demand is, guys. And I have various sub niches based on the bestsellers that you can target. Like, Ryan, wait a second. Aren't these all in the Trump niche? Yes, they're all in the Trump niche, but there are sub niches. And when I say sub niches, I'm talking about phrases and keywords. I mean, I always think of it in terms of phrases that people type into the search bar that would click and purchase your product. Okay. So you're not going to upload most likely a one size fits all. I mean, that would be the ideal scenario, but it's typically not going to happen unless you're really running ads. Although you're not supposed to be able to run political ads on Amazon. So theoretically, even though there's kind of, you can weasel your way a little bit, but so most likely actually the cream rises to the top. You do have a bestseller in the 390 BSR shirt. That is absolutely incredible. But in this case, niche number 2 is Trump legend. Okay. Those are the keywords that I'm suggesting you focus on for this sub niche. And as you can see here, there's, a lot of overlap in the design approach. And it also says the word legend. Okay, so that makes a lot of sense. And then behind me, there's a corn pop, the man, the myth, the legend as well. All right, niche number 3 this week. Oh, before we get to niche number 3, guys, check out my free print-on-demand mini course. I didn't know that my email provider was not sending it out for a period of time. I do apologize. Hopefully everybody should be receiving it now. Even people that already got it. Sorry about that, but that was their doing, not mine. It's 2023 and we're still having tech challenges. I mean, what else is there to say? I apologize if you don't appreciate the content, but I spent like 30 plus hours writing this stuff out, so I hope you appreciate it. And check out my print-on-demand Facebook group. So you can find links to both in the description, the free print-on-demand course, my print-on-demand Facebook group. I would love it if you joined. All right, niche number 3, Trump finger. I actually wrote fingers. It meant to be finger. All right, so the keywords are Trump finger. And the whole point is look at the BSRs associated with these search terms. They are sub-niches, right? And again, please don't get mad at me for being the talking head on a screen that is acknowledging that there is demand for these shirts, that these shirts are selling well right now. Okay, this me acknowledging that something exists in real life doesn't mean that I endorse it, right? So I don't want to hear about it. Please save it. It's Sunday. It's the Lord's Day. Let's all get along. Let's go sell some t-shirts. And that's the last I'm going to talk about it in that regard. But Trump finger as a design style that also translates into a search term representative of demand for this sub niche, right? Hopefully we're all understand plain English and what I'm saying. Trump finger, niche number 3. And if you need a resource to create some Trump themed designs because you don't get lost in the 2-party paradigm. Isn't it weird? There's only 2 parties, by the way. I mean, wow, what a coincidence. It's almost as if it's like maximum divisiveness, but I'm sure it's just organic and there's no tinkering from the top down just to create a divide. But anyway, separate day, right? If you are okay with selling Trump stuff because it is in high demand, you can use Creative Fabrica. They have a ton of Trump related graphics that can make your life easy, expedite the design process to create designs in this high demand niche. Okay. And next week, it'll probably be something else. But this week, this is the niche. Okay. So if you want to sell some shirts and cater to where the majority of the demand is without getting mad at the talking head on a screen. Sorry, I said I wouldn't say that again, but I know somebody's going to do it. Creative Fabrica, guys, check it out. I will link to it in the description. They have a ton of pre-made designs and design assets. Even the Trumpkin, right? The Trumpkin, we have Halloween coming up. Check that out. All right, niche number 4, Save America. All right, I think that's his campaign slogan. I don't really know because, again, this ain't my thing. But Trump 2024, Save America. Save America as a sub-niche, as a search term associated with Trump, who's seeing a big bump in the t-shirt demand right now. Save America is niche number 4. And niche number 5, guys, is not guilty. All right. Trump not guilty as the preferred phrase to rank on with these designs. And what do you know? Very similar to the legend, right? Didn't it say legend was niche number 2? Niche number 5, very similar. You can honestly take the same graphic and then just switch out the text. Remove where it says legend and put not guilty. Look at the BSRs on these shirts, guys. 4,300, 6,666, 16,000, 71,000, 77,000. Like the average BSR of the top 10 is well under 100,000. That is as good of a niche, or in this case, sub-niche, as you're ever going to find. So again, if you want those sales, the easiest way to make sales, guys, is to cater where the demand is. And of course, it is chasing a moving target. We know this stuff changes, right? We know this stuff changes. But right now, even if a talking head on a screen didn't tell you that this is where the demand is, it objectively still is where it is, right? Like if you go to an Amazon research tool and don't type anything, that's why I showed you the top 10. I didn't type anything when I showed you the top 10. It just is what it is. This is what's selling right now, all right? I think you guys get it, but all right, emerging trends. Here we go. These are shirts that are significantly outperforming their 30-day average BSR, and you'll never guess what we're going to see. The first 9 out of 10 are in the Trump niche. I'm pretty sure the next 2 are some protected brand related to a band or something. So filter those out. And yeah, so there are your trending designs. It basically tells you what niche is trending. Looking ahead, if you want to sell in random smaller holidays that are related to certain dates, these are at least a month out. September 27th, Crush a Can Day. September 28th, Ask a Stupid Question Day. September 29th, Chinese Moon Festival Day. September 29th, also Confucius Day. There you go. Maybe you can sell a Confucius Day shirt. September 30th, National Mud Pack Day. All right, and that is not what I thought it would be. I guess it's like a mud facial or something. All right, the archive. Here we go. These are shirts that were selling well 11 months ago, which could be indicative of what could be selling well 1 month from today. Let's check it out. So we have some dinosaurs. We have It's a Beautiful Day from Learning. Pretty scattered out, all right? But definitely some fall themes, some fall colors, etc. All right, here are removed designs. These could be removed by Amazon or deleted by the uploader. In my volleyball mom era, in my cool aunt era, so the Taylor Swift related, I'm pretty sure those are Taylor Swift related, guys. Isn't her tour called like Era or something? Yeah, I would steer clear on Amazon merch 100%. If you're feeling froggy and you do want to sell stuff to people that are interested, like I would do it maybe on Etsy, but again, I'm not endorsing that. I'm just saying, like, I'm not doing it, but definitely like Redbubble, eBay, those platforms don't seem to care. That's a very low risk way of doing it. But on Amazon merch, especially when I already see 2 removed recently, I'm steering clear 100%. All right, guys, that basically wraps the episode. I did want to remind you that I am selling access to the private community replay, if you're interested, of the best way to get rich on Amazon in 2023 and beyond. This has been likened to joining Amazon merch in 2015, 2016. All right, back when no one knew about merch. I didn't know about it back then. Actually, I did find out about it in 2016, but I didn't get it until 2017. This could be that, guys. And I mean, there's no reason for me to like hype it or endorse it because I don't really care whether or not you do it. All right. I told you guys that I was going to have a guest on who's an expert who already made $10,000 profit in 1 month. And it was their 5th full month of doing it. Their 6th month since they started. They're in tier 100,000 and they endorsed this opportunity as better than Amazon merch as a tier 100,000 merch seller. So I will link to this at the top of the description, the first link if you're interested. If not, it is all good. Eventually you'll find out about it. But people who want first movers advantage, you can find out about it today if you want to use that link and join. Also, members of my private community already got access to the replay too. So you already know who you are. You already got started. Guys, thank you for watching. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe. And I will see you tomorrow with a new video.